U.S. warship sailed in the Taiwan Strait on Sunday, 16 quarters, several days after China staged a war simulation. China was immediately on high alert. The U.S. Navy said its USS Milius was used to carry out a routine transit in the Taiwan Strait on April 16, where freedom of navigation and flight is exercised in accordance with international law. The ship was transiting through a corridor in the Taiwan Strait that is very far from any country's territorial sea. This is the first time a U.S. warship has crossed the waters separating China and Taiwan. China's military spokesman, Shi Yi, then said their troops in the area are still on high alert level at all times and will defend national sovereignty and security, as well as regional peace and stability. Based on that principle, the U.S. should only recognize China and no Taiwanese state. Since the two countries established diplomatic relations, the U.S. has never openly defended Taiwan. However, the U.S. began to openly set up an agency for Taiwan in 2018, when they signed the Taiwan Relations Act, TRA. Under the TRA, the U.S. can establish relations with the Taiwanese people and their government, without specifying which government is meant. As reported by Reuters, TRA also emphasized that the U.S. wants to establish diplomatic relations with China on the basis of the understanding that the future of Taiwan will be determined peacefully. Taiwan is currently one of the serious issues covering the relationship between the United States, U.S., and China. Beijing continues to assert its claims over the island, while Washington still provides support for Taipei. Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen was once welcomed in New York on a transit trip to Central America. Currently, he will land in California, where he will likely host a face-to-face meeting with U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. This momentum is not a coincidence. In the U.S. there is a deep and growing hostility to China. This situation then prompted an increasingly overt display of support for Taiwan, with Democrats and Republicans vying to outdo one another. That's the main reason former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi was so keen to land in Taipei last summer, even though it sparked a backlash from China. In fact, Taiwan is arguably the biggest point of conflict between the U.S. and China.